Hey team, today I want to talk to you about follow-ups and how I do my follow-up system because I have a system for this that really works well for me. So in order to do that, I'm going to share my screen and show you a little list that I will also share with you in the group. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, feel free to message me and ask me for this list because I'm willing to share it with anybody. So let me share my screen. Okay. So this is right in Evernote. So when I share it with you, if you don't have an Evernote file yet, you're going to want to create one or an account. It's free and it's a great place to store files so you can reach them wherever. There's an Evernote app on my phone too that I can get into these files with. Okay, so my follow-up system is every day I start with Facebook and I scroll to the bottom of my Facebook inbox and I start there. So I follow up with every person in my inbox no matter what. So I scroll all the way to the bottom and follow up with them. If my last message to a person was follow up 2, that's actually supposed to be a 3. Let me change that. Was follow up 3, and you'll know what that means in just a second. Then I add them to a follow up sheet for my next month and archive them. Anytime I archive a message, I either add them to my follow-up spreadsheet or update my friends list with their info. Each week, I go through my spreadsheet and see who I need to make sure to follow up with that week. I send 3 follow-ups before I stop communicating. So my first follow-up is always, let's say I'm talking to somebody named Jill. Let's make it easy. Hey Jill, how are you? I just wanted to check in and see what you thought about my last message. Did you get a chance to watch the videos I sent? And if so, which one stands out more to you? Usually that follow-up is sent after I send somebody like workout videos and I want them to choose which one that fits them best. And it's just a lot of times people watch them but then don't respond. So that's my first follow-up, and I do my follow-ups every day. So this is a day later. If I send the videos on Monday, then on Tuesday I'm sending this if I haven't heard back yet. Then I wait another day. So by Wednesday, if I haven't heard back, then I send follow-up 2. Hey Jill, how's your day going so far? I just wanted to check in with you. I know you're busy, but I wanted to see if you were still interested in the fitness group we were talking about. I'd love to help you reach your goals, so let me know. Hope all is well. Jill. That one I also most of the time actually, follow up 1 and follow up 2, I have to change around a little bit to fit the conversation. So instead of saying, I'd love to help you reach your goals, if their goal is to get a 6-pack by summer, I'd love to help you with that 6-pack. I know it's going to be tough, but I'm here for you. So let me know, or something like that. I always kind of tweak it so that it fits the conversation and fits the person. Then the next day, if I haven't heard back, then I'm going to leave my follow-up that is kind of a sign to me that they're not quite ready. If they haven't followed up yet, they're not ready or they're just super busy. And so this is my last follow-up for a month. So follow-up 3. Hey Jill, I'm really sorry. I don't want to keep bothering you, so let me know if I am. That's their way to say, I'm not interested. It kind of gives them an out if they need it. I wanted to check in again and see if you were interested in the fitness challenge group. I'd love to help you reach your goals, so let me know. Hope to talk soon. And then at the end of that, I also talk about my newsletter that I send out periodically that has clean eating recipes, fitness tips, etc. And give them the link to join. And a lot of times they do. And that's my follow-up 3. So when I'm going through up here, I talked about if my last message was follow-up 3, then I add them to my follow-up sheet. Once I see that I've sent them that message, I know that communication is done, the ball's in their court, it's time for them to come to me. So I kind of stop following up with them. So when I'm going through every day, through all my message, if I come across somebody that I said that to, then I go to my follow-up sheet. And that's what I want to talk about next. This is my follow-up sheet. I do it on Google Sheets because then I can access it anywhere. If it's in a Word document, then a lot of times you can only access it from your actual computer. So Google Sheets has also an app, so I can access it from my phone and anywhere because it's on the web. That's why I like it. So you can see down here, I have different sheets in the sheets, which is what I really like about Google Sheets as well. So I have one labeled February, Beachbody on Demand, December, January, military, etc. And coaching is a big one too. So if I talk to somebody in January and I get to the point where I have to say, I'm sorry, I really don't want to keep bothering you, etc., and they don't respond, then they go on to my February follow-up list. And on my follow-up list, I write their name. I write when I last talked to them, like for real talked to them, not sent them a message, but when was the last time they responded? And how far did I get in the conversation? And was there anything in particular? So like this person had told me that she was having a hysterectomy in January, wanted to do the 21-day fix once she heals from that. So I'm going to follow up with her in February, and I'm probably just going to follow up and say, hey girl, I remember you told me you were having a hysterectomy in January. I just wanted to check in and see how everything went. I hope you're feeling well. And I'm not going to mention anything about a fitness challenge group because after a surgery like that, it'll take a while to heal. But I definitely want to check in since she shared very personal information with me and see how she's doing because I'm going to build that relationship with her. This person I've went through the whole script 2 different times, never ordered. She's honestly very, very interested. I'm guessing something like money is holding her back. So I'm going to continue the relationship and just wait, because as we know, when the timing is right, they're going to sign up. And she'll probably be very, very successful because she's wanted it for so long. FU means follow up, not FU. So just so you know, this lady, I'm not even going to follow up with her about anything about a challenge pack. I'm just going to follow up with her about her medical issues that she talked to me about, etc. So I have all of these notes, and these are all of the people so far that I'm going to follow up with in February, the beginning of February. So that's my follow up system. If I get to somewhere where it's like this person, script 4, never actually chose a workout, or if I get to something right here, this lady wants Beachbody on demand. She already has Shakeology. That's all she wants. Then I also have a list for people who want Beachbody on demand. I just started this list yesterday. That's why it's not very big. And 21-day fix is a big one. So I have a list of people who want that. I have a list of people who have shown interest in size and PIO, etc. So I have these lists. So when I know that they're on sale, or if I'm offering a special on one of them, I know exactly who to go to, who I know is already interested and just couldn't afford it, etc. And then, last but not least, I have a follow-up list for coaching. And anytime I talk to anybody about coaching, I put them on this list. And then once they sign up, like this person signed up, then I'm going to delete it from this list. Sometimes I forget to delete for a while. But these are all people that I've talked to recently and through the past like 6 months about coaching. I'm sure there's more because every now and then I do forget to add. But whenever I have an open house or a webinar or anything, I make sure that these people get invited first. And then I start inviting other people. But these people have shown an interest. We've talked about it. A lot of them have already ordered some things and now they're thinking about coaching, etc. So I want them to get an invite first. So that's my follow-up spreadsheet. And let's see. Things to remember when following up. Always remember to relate back to them and their goals. You're following up with them, and we want to make sure to have them in mind, not us. So try not to think, oh, let's see, how many successful points can I get out of this person? Instead, try to think, what is her goals or his goals, and how can I help them reach their goals? What's the best thing for them? Some people, the best thing for them is just an on-demand membership. And if you get them into that 30-day free trial, and get them into a challenge group using that, a lot of times they come back and say, I really like this. I'd like to try one of the other workouts. And a lot of times they become your customers that way. So sometimes you just have to invest in somebody and give them a chance to try something free for a while. And that's why it's awesome that we have that opportunity with Beachbody On Demand. And then this I put in here. I also add people to my follow-up sheet that are going through hard times. One lady had her husband pass away. I talked to her, told her I was sorry. So I gave a little example. So that's really helpful so that you don't forget about people that you've talked to. Because I know I talk to people and I actually genuinely care about them. And I think I would love to hear how they're doing in a month. So I put them on my follow-up sheet. Otherwise, I know I'm going to forget. I'm a very forgetful person. So your to-do today or this weekend, when you have time, your assignment is to go to Google Sheets and start a follow-up spreadsheet. Each spreadsheet can have multiple sheets attached, like I just told you. I'm going to post the video that I'm making right now into this Evernote file. Have lists for each month, who to specifically follow up with, etc. And so at any given time, you should be able to look and see who is thinking about coaching or the 21-day fix, etc. I want to go back to this follow-up sheet and show you how I got here, because a lot of people are like, how in the world did you get here? So I just went to Google. Let's see, I'll just do it all over again. So here's Google, okay? I went to Google, this little thing here with all these little squares on it, icon. Click on that, go down to more, click on documents. Now these are documents. I want to go into spreadsheets. So then I click here on the 3 lines, the menu, and I click on sheets. There might be an easier way. I'm not sure. That's how I do it. And then right here, if you want to make a new one, you click the plus sign. And these are all of them that I am a part of right now that I have going on. So you would click on follow-ups and it brings it up. In order to add another sheet to this sheet, down here there's a little plus sign. You just click that and it will add a new sheet, and you can rename it to be whatever you want. You can also color code things. So like size, I color coded one just to see how I liked it. And so I don't even remember what my colors mean, and that's terrible. I think black is, they said no. So anyway, you can color code them if you want. You can do a lot of things with Google Sheets, which is really nice. Another system that I have that I'll talk about in a different video about inviting is my friend list and invites. So these are all of my friends on Facebook. And every time I message them or send them an invite, I write the date down so that I can remember. So when I'm going through and I do 30 invites a day, I look for the date and see how long it's been since the last time I talked to somebody. And if it's been a month, then it's time to talk to them again. So, and then once I message them 3 times or more and they don't respond, then I highlight them in red. And every day I also message 10 red people just to see how they're doing and to build those relationships stronger, because I don't think that we're connected, otherwise they would have responded. And then after a couple months of doing that, then I take them back off and continue to invite. So that's kind of my system for inviting. If they're a coach, I have them labeled. If they're family, I label them that way. I don't really message family. They come to me if they want something. And some of them are just a no, for various reasons. Pregnant, everybody who's pregnant is in green. I still message them, but it's a different type of invite because I know they're pregnant. So, and I like to keep track of who's having babies so that's a big part of our job. A lot of women want to lose their baby weight. So that is my follow-up system. So I'm going to give you the link to this Evernote file, and your job today is to make a Google spreadsheet to start tracking your follow-ups, or a system that works for you. If you're more of a pen and paper system, go for it. And you like to use just regular old pen and paper, that's fine, but comment below with the system that you're going to start doing. Okay? I hope that this was informational for you, and drop any questions that you have below. Bye-bye.